Yes, guys, good evening. How's everybody doing? Welcome to another episode of Jamaica Politics Uncovered, guys. I am sure that you guys saw the breaking news today, and I'm just going to further explain it a little bit. And then, me ask you how you feel about this, guys, because there comes another obstacle. Hold on there, yes. There's another obstacle now for both the Jamaica justice system and for Kartel's legal team. Let me see who they here. Big up yourself, Big Mac. So what do you think about that case here, guys? What do you think? Wanna talk fast and I comment there. What do you think about this situation here? Is it the verdict that you guys expected today? What do you think about it? Because what they, as a matter of fact, you know what? I'll play the something for you, son. I'll play the verdict as it was read in court today for you guys. Yeah, if you just come on, share the live for me, please. Give it a thumbs up so we can get started. Because there is a lot more clarity now than there was earlier. You know, guys? So we're gonna talk about it just a little bit. Yeah, I was live a little bit earlier today when the news broke, and I wanted to share it with you guys, so I did just a little. So now we have a lot more clarity now, so that is good. For those of you who are just joining, guys, Vybez Kartel today, his legal team, I would say his legal team got the victory. Because everything the legal team brought to the Privy Council, and on the basis, the Privy Council basically agreed with them. So it would be a victory for them. Now, moving forward, the Privy Council did an interesting thing, you know. So we are looking at it. I'm going to upload the video now and show you where I go on. Yes. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Please give the video a thumbs up. And we're going to talk about Bunting. You remember, I'm telling you, say Bunting was the first man who started running the smear campaign pan Kartel over scamming when he was before the court. Well, he might go get film 4 o'clock, call crowd over here, so. Peter Bunting is going to get him 4 o'clock. No call Kartel over here, so. Call Kartel over here, guys, because Bunting is going to get him 4 o'clock. Because people did not want him and I tell him, say, do not carry the man name go to the diaspora or tell a lie on the man as he's facing the court. But him never hear, him never have no solution for crime. And this is what him do. Because of incompetence, him carry the man name go diaspora. Right? And run one dirty smear campaign for the man and corrupt everybody mind against the man. Because film style that. And him go get him 4 o'clock, Yes. So, me just wait for look more people come and then we can start talk. Jesus. How much years Kartel do already? 14, don't it? Yes, as you guys know, Vybez Kartel was in trouble with the law in a serious manner in 2014. And Kartel was on 2 separate homicide charges. A brother one named Bossy from over Gregory Park there, so. And then this thing, with Lizard. Once Kartel basically get locked in at the system, I mean, I have to say locked in at the system because, the magnitude of the charge, there ain't no getting off easy kind of thing. So once Kartel locked in at the system, the smear campaign started. This brother here, they're all over the world, all over the diaspora. It's like say him carry one poster with him of Kartel. And he made a walk and tell every God Almighty person in the diaspora. Say Kartel a menace to society. Say Kartel a violence producer. Say Kartel a destructive element in a society of Jamaica. Yeah? And then the time that Jamaica was being faced with a serious level of scamming, guys. You remember when scamming became very prevalent in the Jamaican society? Kartel was not charged or ever accused of scamming. Kartel was on a charge of homicide. But he found himself a scapegoat, and it was Vybez Kartel. So when the smear campaign a go on, Boops Kartel go on trial and only know how the rest of it go. Right? Now upon the trial now, I play one voice note for now a couple of days ago. And me say something, you know. Me not 100% sure, but I'm a gut feeling I tell me. Yesterday, bribery something that we're going, guys. The bribery something that we're going in the cartel case. To me, and maybe una agree or una disagree with me, I don't know. But after listening to the recording, and after seeing that it was one person who was sent to do this in the case, I feel it was a setup to set up a Privy Council or an appeal kind of situation. Let me know if you don't agree with me, guys. Me feel say a setup. Somebody with some very good legal knowledge. They knew that if somebody went and bribed the jury, that it would set up a situation for a mistrial. It would set up a situation if things get fling out. Me feel say a setup. Me don't know who set it up, but I would have ventured to guess say the setup a Guan, it was a Guan on the behalf of or in the interest of Kartel. I cannot tell you now if Kartel was involved in it. I don't know. But my feeling and my gut, the way all the conversation happened between Livingston Kane and the jury foreman, I feel like a setup, me not lie. When you talk to me in a comment and tell me if you don't think I set up. When you did hear the recording, I feel I want set up, but it's unbelievable. Two things that struck me about the case, guys. Two things that struck me about the case. One is it took them 13 years to prosecute the person who tried to bribe the jury. Number one. And number two, it took 13 years as well, almost 14 years, for Kartel to bring this thing here to the Privy Council. I mean, when you look at all the technicalities that were read today in the privy court, when you listen to all of them there, me really and truly can't believe say as so long it take. This should have gone a Privy Council a long time if they had the basis and they were sure about it. You understand, guys? It shouldn't take 99 lawyer. Hold on. Yeah. I did something I upload on this phone. Yeah. So it shouldn't take 99 lawyer and a decade and some years for this guy Privy Council. No, sir. I saw one say in a comment here, so. I want to hear what the man say today at the Privy Council. We not have to hear it. So what I feel like what happen, guys. The people them say basically say there were 3 technicalities why they came to the decision. The first one is everybody knows that the jury was contaminated. That is the first thing. The second thing, they spoke about the privacy issue. What was the third thing they spoke of? Lord God, I'm so confused here now. Well, on the guys, we had about 3 things one time. Yeah. So, then talk about the privacy breach. Then talk about the contaminated jewelry. And what other something. I want to soon hear it. May I make on the earphone myself? So basically, me tell you already, you say, you see in the diaspora, when times they come to them serious something, yeah, no kind of technicality not acceptable. If one little technical problem is there, them have to fling out the whole something. See it here. Me have to make you listen to this. Yeah, me can talk louder, you know. Yes, so guys, me have to make you hear the argument that was put forth today in the court, and then me have to come back and talk to Uno. Uno, please to like the live for me and share it, so that our friends don't miss what's happening over here. Can we know some of them go on with them notification? Straight set up that. Yeah, and the thing is, the juror, nobody not really investigate to find out where me that go get the $500,000 from. Not at all. And for the time we take for them prosecute him, that the man they could have traveled the world and come back or not come back, if he did want or don't want. Basically, listed why it should be dismissed. However, they turn it back to the Court of Appeal to decide if there is going to be a retrial or not. Yeah, what them basically do, guys, them basically tell Jamaica, say, listen, this thing here is null and void in our view because of these technical issues. They talk about, according to Jamaica's constitution, or Kartel's right was breached due to these technicalities. And then what them do now, put the ball back in a Jamaica court to say, uno decide. Because there are 2 options them really have, after the Privy Council make them ruling today, them only left Jamaica with 2 options. Them going either have to retry or them going to have to let go Kartel. And I'm going to tell you why. I predict that they're going to let him go. Wanna watch this, and then we'll come back and discuss.
East's murder. A 5th defendant was unanimously acquitted. Juror X was immediately arrested and was later convicted of attempting to pervert the course of justice. There was no evidence to connect his activities with the appellants. The appellants appealed against their conviction to the Court of Appeal of Jamaica, which dismissed their appeals. The Court of Appeal granted permission to appeal to the Judicial Committee of the Privy Council on 3 grounds, which were, first, that the trial judge failed properly to inquire into allegations of juror misconduct. Secondly, that the trial judge departed from standard practice in inviting the jury to retire to consider their verdict so late in the day, putting undue pressure on them to reach a verdict. And thirdly, that the trial judge erred in admitting the telecommunications data because it had been obtained in breach of the Interception of Communications Act and the Charter. The Judicial Committee of the Privy Council has unanimously concluded that the appeals should be allowed and the appellant's convictions should be quashed on the ground of juror misconduct, and that the case should be remitted to the Court of Appeal of Jamaica to decide whether to order a retrial of the appellants for the murder of Clive Williams. The Board has considerable sympathy with the dilemma faced by the trial judge on the final day of a long and complex trial. Following the allegations of bribery, he had either to continue with the 11 remaining jurors or to discharge the jury. Despite this, the Board considers that the approach taken by the judge was a material irregularity in the course of the trial, which makes it necessary to quash the convictions. This is for 3 reasons. First, the direction to the jury on the final day was inadequate to save the situation. The judge simply reminded the jury that they had sworn or affirmed that they would return verdicts in accordance with the evidence they had heard in court. The judge did not refer to the alleged bribery, of which, if the allegations were true, the jurors were already aware. Secondly, the trial continued with the allegedly corrupt juror serving as one of its 11 members. In the Board's view, there should have been no question of allowing juror X to continue to serve on the jury. Allowing juror X to remain on the jury is fatal to the safety of the convictions which followed. It was an infringement of the appellant's fundamental right to a fair hearing under the Jamaican Constitution. Thirdly, the judge should have considered whether the remaining jurors might have become, consciously or unconsciously, prejudiced for or against one or more of the appellants as a result of juror X's behaviour. For example, there was a danger that the attempted bribe could have made the other jurors overcompensate, consciously or unconsciously, if they assumed that the offer must have come from one of the appellants and that therefore they must be guilty. The judge took no account of this risk. The Board is very mindful of the serious consequences which may flow from having to discharge a jury shortly before the end of a long and complex criminal trial. It is also very conscious of the danger of deliberate attempts to derail criminal trials by engineering situations in which it is necessary to discharge the jury. In England and Wales, there is legislation which allows a judge in certain situations to discharge a jury because of jury tampering and to continue the trial by judge alone. There is no such legislation in Jamaica. It follows that there will be occasions where, as in this case, a court will have no alternative but to discharge a jury and end the trial in order to protect the integrity of the system of trial by jury. In view of its conclusion on the issue of juror misconduct, the Board holds that it is not necessary to express a concluded view on the other 2 grounds of appeal. For these reasons, the appellant's appeals should be allowed. The Court is now adjourned.
Guys, we don't realize say this never affect our Privy Council. Guys, we don't realize say this case here did not have to go to Privy Council and that the Court of Appeals in Jamaica should have been able to resolve this matter. We have a very, what do I call it now? I don't want to use the word immature. I don't want to use the word underdeveloped because we are a developing country. But I don't think we're making enough effort to develop our judicial system and them something there. Right? So in my view, this is I don't want to call it embarrassing really, because we already know, say in a Jamaica, we are dealing with a very young independent nation, if you want to call it that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we could have done a lot more to develop our judicial system and all these things, but this could have been handled right there in Jamaica. So right now the appellate court in Jamaica, it don't look good for them, you know. It don't look good. And let me just also say this. Hold on, let me see what you guys are saying first. You know, I like to read my comments. Judge instructions to jury. Wanna hear the part about when the man say the people them were deliberating late in the day. All them something they have to take into consideration, you know. Hold on. Yeah, guys, all of them something they have to take into consideration. You can't have the people them that are tired. Just like how when police interrogate people. I know about America. When police interrogate people in America, you can't have people that interrogate them for 8 hours and them something there, you know. Because that would have been that can count for a technicality in any case. You can't badger witness and badger people and them something there. So we need to really, when we talk about national development in Jamaica, we need to be talking about development in every aspect, not just in infrastructure, but our court system, the way we carry out justice, all of them something there must be evaluated, must be examined. In my view, guys, I don't believe that Paula did anything wrong. Me not think that Paula did not wrong because I the judge really. I mean, you don't really hear the people at the Privy Council saying anything negative about her. You know, she's the prosecutor. She brought the case. If there's anything wrong, and that's why we have a judge. We have a judge who know the rules and make sure that the rules are being followed. For example, when the juror come try contaminate the jury, that judge, he had a responsibility and an obligation to make sure that he dismissed the juror and all these things. Where the evidence are being brought in, him should have known, say, boy, certain evidence is admissible, some are not, for whatever reason, and just know the rules and know how the thing go. Good night, everybody. Thank you for joining. Please hit the like button and share the live with your friends. Christchild, good night. Sonia, Courtney, everybody. It's Kartel Lawyer for me calling on St. Thomas for prayer and showing his gathering. Look here, this enough that's something we're not on a time for no immaturity or so. Right? Them need for act better than that. There's a time and place for everything. Because tell you the truth, if the people in Jamaica really decide so they want to go for a retrial, they can go for a retrial, you know. So that's where him need to worry about and stop gimmicks out the man thing. Lady, I respect your channel, but I am alarmed that you are supporting Kartel's freedom. Every life matters. Courtney? No, me diss you, Courtney. Which part you hear me I support Kartel freedom, eh? Don't come by here, come draw an aspersion upon me. Somehow no come like some mount murderer. Don't come here, so come do that, man. Me know you. What you mean by, if you knew me, you wouldn't even say that. If you knew my channel and what I stood for and my position, you wouldn't say that. I am one of the most balanced people out here. You see me, I advocate for Kartel freedom, boy. Come upset my spirit in the night, yeah. Come chat damn foolishness and I know what you chat say. Some of the evidence before can be used. Sure can. Nella, no argue with that. No argue with Courtney. Because I don't know which old Courtney crawl for an altar. I can't talk about people. You see, nobody has to advocate for nobody. We're bringing the facts. Nobody come over here so with your propaganda and your lie and your wickedness and your spirit of, destruction. Nobody bring it over here, so. I bet you them now go let go. I said the trial jury was engineer. Boy, I one thing me I say no. You see this now? This is supposed to really shake our judicial system to its core. You have a very important case what's coming up, what I will be watching very closely, right? When it comes on to the case of Melissa Silvera and getting justice, we're not in a technicality business, so them better know what them are do. Prosecutors, judge, and jury know what they do. You can't send nobody to come bribe this one because we see the style already. Right? So you can't come send nobody to come contaminate this and come go Privy Council and get off. It's not going to work that way. We are going to be watching everything PP clock. That one is not going to work, so. So no one to do. Avoid every technical problem. So warning. Prosecutors, judge, and jury. No fubble double panda one here. Oh. When you ask me about the engineer part, I don't understand your question, Junior. Ask me again. Be a little more clear. I don't really understand what you're saying. I wonder how much money Jamaica pay. How much it costs taxpayers to bring this a case you got Privy Council. You guys? Judge's instruction. One of it say about the information from all the phone. Because the prosecutor over in the UK, he made a good case to say, listen, the information from the phone, it was very crucial to the evidence. And he even used the words incriminating, where Kartel and his co-accused are concerned. He basically said that, him read all the thing in a part one say which part, them said them going to chop up lizard, fine. So he basically argued that, listen, this information was very crucial to the case. And, you got to agree with him because majority, as I said, majority of the evidence, overwhelmingly so, against Kartel and his co-accused were found on these devices and on these phones. In America, I know it doesn't matter. Most times when the evidence is that strong, it doesn't really matter how you obtain it. As long as you obtain it for bring a solid case and it's justified, then it's okay. In order for a retrial, there will have to be new evidence be brought in. Do you think there is new evidence? Do I think there is new evidence? Not really. I mean, the evidence that were already submitted, I think it is very overwhelming and it's already there. And I think if this should go to retrial, it would be a more huge risk for Kartel. Would you not agree with that? Would you tell me if you not agree with that? If this goes to retrial, the only thing me that be concerned about is some of the witnesses them when they come and so, if they don't come back. But I don't know, guys. Based on precedent in Jamaica, we don't see a lot of retrials in Jamaica. So I highly doubt that we're gonna see a retrial. It's possible because the state would be within its right to do so, but I don't think we're gonna see it. I don't think so. What a dilemma. Papa Jesus. Double jeopardy can't be tried again on the matter no evidence of jury and them can't try him again. They can't try him again. And that's what the Privy Council suggested, that they'll let them decide. Me gotta start ignore some people in that comment. Honestly. Good night, Christchild. How are you? Good to see you. I forgot block off that somebody. I'm not gonna argue with them. I just block them off. Yes, right. Listen. There might be new evidence. What kind of new evidence you think there may be? You know, the Kartel could have get off of the case from before it even started. You see, that's something that we're Bunting do. If Kartel did have a lawyer will have sense and will make sense. That's something there where Peter Bunting did. Jesus Christ, Kartel could have get off and it start. Yes. And in saying that, my sentence right here about Kartel could have get off from the beginning, it has nothing to do with advocating for Kartel. I am not a Gaza fan and them sitting there, I'm a big woman. What I am saying is when it comes on to due process and a fair trial, you cannot have your security minister of your country going around the world on a smear campaign against somebody who is before the court. That is grossly inappropriate and wrong. And this is why God kicked this man's foot and drop him on him head when he proceeded to sabotage and challenge his leader, and then him end up lose all him seat on top of it because God said them are wicked. You cannot do that. And that Jamaica people them elect on do. Somebody has a case before the court. You can't be going on a smear campaign against the person as they're before the court and you're supposed to be the security minister. No, you can't do that. So if Kartel did have good and strong representation during that time, that alone would have been a breach of his due process. How did I represent him? I think the president of the Senate right now was his attorney at that time. That was earlier on. Remember, only some of the evidence was put out. Probably they were keeping it for the appeal. Me still a scratch made and I wonder why this couldn't did resolve in the appellate court of Jamaica. Why? Yeah, I'm glad that you guys recognize the time change. Yep, 1 hour ahead. So will those evidence be admissible? Why not put out all the evidence? Makes no sense. Me no know. Jamaica have to learn something from this. Like seriously. We have some smart people on the appellate court in Jamaica. This never supposed to go something there. This never supposed to go on a Privy Council when you really hear what the man say. All who just a come, we just play the live hearing and hear the decision and the verdict of the Privy Council being read. And when you hear what the man said, this is something we could have just deal with 1-2 very easily in a Jamaica. So what purpose does our appellate court serves? When it comes down to the jury tampering and them something there, that was a very clear-cut thing. They kept the man on the jury and they shouldn't have. And therefore, that's a huge problem. Now, unless they had evidence that the juror was sent by and connected to Kartel, then that is something different. Nobody sought to get that information. Nobody sought to get where the man was going to get the 500,000 and all these things. So there is no evidence of it. All right. Miracle is the judicial system convicts. Okay. So about this one here right here, so now, he might go in a serious problem for child endangerment, guys. Serious judgment on him, now, because him 10-year-old son, all of them something they went walk and tell like on Kartel while he was before the court. Him 10-year-old son get molested in him house after hours in a night. And his man friend was there. The wife was not there. Him and his man friend there at the yard. And him look like same tired out and drop asleep. And the little 10-year-old boy I run up and down in our house and run with his friend. Where the man carry the little boy, go in a washroom and try to do the things them to the youth. And this big, worthless man in the house bought him a former national security minister. Which part? Eh? And the little boy mother left from foreign. Come to Jamaica. Come report the incident to Sissoko. Right? Under my nose. Under him nose in our house this happened. Now you tell me, guys, if this are not heights of slackness, if something like that happen in my house, so the police them are come take out me and I come put my daughter in all kind of state protection something. So child endangerment is the charge for Bunting now. Child endangerment. How could you as a security minister you don't report such a thing? In your house, And it's like say, a man no want show about the man will do the thing about him name James. Nobody no know who this man is. So the police them for find out now who is James and what him is to Bunting. He may take on everybody else, but him not take on the man will come in our house come do that to him son. So right now, better the people them let go Kartel and lock up him. Me know if you not agree with me now come. Me feel say them let go Kartel and lock up this one, yeah. Because you can't endanger picnic like that in your own house. And you come back now, boy, you want to be security minister. Which part? Wouldn't make sense? That's why Jamaica need to become a republic, because this wouldn't happen. No, man. No, man. What you say? I am all for Jamaica becoming a republic. But you see when I see this happen to the day, me I think about it twice, Me have to think about it twice. Because if we are behaving in this kind of dependency manner where justice is concerned, imagine if we did not have a Privy Council to run to, what would happen then? I guess we could go to the Caribbean Court of Appeals. Me no know, but this is frightening. A matter as simple as that. This is one very sticky, given the amount of evidence at hand and the reason behind its current standing versus the projected cost of the retrial. Retrial not easy neither, you know. Retrial is a whole heap of work. Yes, it is a whole heap of work. And there's a lot at stake for both sides. There is a lot at stake. All because of that judge. And the judge had the problem, you know. I mean, when you think about it, guys, where Kartel is concerned, one thinks a Kartel that I really want to go back on trial. Wanna talk it short. Because if I'm like Kartel, I wouldn't have skin my teeth this evening, you know. As much as how him lawyers them. As much as how him lawyers them prevailed in what they brought to the appeals and to the Privy Council case, court. This retrial thing, to sit through that again, you don't know what's gonna be brought, and me no know, I wouldn't comfortable with it. Me I tell you the truth. Where is Mr. Lizard Williams? I don't know. They say chop up fine, me no know. Today they say cash pot player what? I must have 13 or 31, which mean lizard. I that them playing a cash pot today. I mean even a laugh. I'm not laughing. There was a phone forensic specialist who said the voice notes were tampered with. That information was not part of the appeals court or the privy. Yeah, that's kind of standard, you know, Rosalie, because it's the same thing with the gentleman who bribed the jury foreman. That conversation was recorded, and his attorney, Miss Valerie Nita, she brought in a forensic specialist who said that the recording was tampered with. So it's not unusual to bring in, you know, these specialists, whether you're on the prosecution or the defense side, to come and make that argument, you know. It's typical. They knew if they free Kartel, he will sue the system. No more successful. It no more successful, although, you know, maybe it can be. I don't know. I think they were in too much of a rush. Why they dropped so many balls in those cases. No, man, but in a face that the judge should have known better than that. When you said they were in a rush, who you mean? Because the only somebody where really can get faulted here are the judge. The judge sit down in there and make so much sitting go wrong. From making the juror stay there to already jury to come to decision and then sitting there. No, sir. Big up yourself, Tony. Welcome back. So makes sense. Because after everything what me hear the man they say, what the man basically, what the Privy Council basically I tell Jamaica say is that, look here, this a verdict you want to come with Kartel, it is null and void. There are so many technical violations that it is null and void. Therefore, we only have two options. We're going to either give him on a retrial or we're going to set him free. That's basically it. But they did it so strategic. I'm talking about the Privy Council. They did it so strategic. They didn't immerse themselves too much into it. They just went by what the Constitution said, and they made some comparisons, and then basically said, look, this was not done right. Too many things went wrong. Me need for behave. What me do now? No, sir, this is serious. Paula, it's supposed to hurt her in the night, you know. Because if you go bring retrial and them something there. Who want to deal with that right now? No, sir. I force me see this to rotted. As simple as something like this where them could have fixed in the appeals court in Jamaica. Embarrassment. It's embarrassing for true though. It is embarrassing. And that's why I say anybody who ever deal with the justice system in Jamaica, them have to know them do and know the thing and be careful, because this not safe. The government will have to pay billions, so he has to get retrial and sentenced. If it's even 5 years. But me could talk about the co-defendant them. I only know me always a goat pan a limb, you know. Several limbs. But the co-defendant them, guys. Let me tell you this. You see, one time people go in front of courthouse, so them a big charge and big sitting here. You have the whole of them there. And let us take, for example, Sean Storm. Right? Them say Sean Storm was in the vehicle with Lizard. That what allege. And what come out in the court. They say Sean Storm was in the vehicle. Nobody never really say Sean Storm do Lizard nothing, you know, guys. When talking, I comment if me wrong, you know. Talking, I comment if me wrong. May I go based on memory? And if memory serves me right, nobody accused Sean Storm of doing Lizard anything. So in that situation now, me just say, in that situation now, when Sean Storm is at 35 years, he might go face with Kartel. If he go up on trial. Me, I wonder if Sean Storm never think to himself and say, but Jesus Christ, here, yeah. How where this me get myself in that? You understand? Because a lot of guys would have just talk with them know and take a plea deal and testify against who forget testify against. Because let me tell you something. A son of people fall out, you know, because when time it come on to people and them freedom, you know, people now compromise on them something there, you know, guys. You understand? Personally speaking, me nah rub no sentence with not even the pitney when I push out. You're crazy. So, and then they didn't have separate attorneys. I don't think. I think they only had one legal team handling the whole case. I think if Sean Storm had his attorney dealing with theme part of the case, right through, it would have been a different outcome. Because maybe him lawyer that give him one different advice and say, watch your brother, this is what it's going to be. You know? I say, I don't want a friend, you know, because I don't want no friend, oh. I don't want no more friend. Me? You must have mad. Yeah, K. Davis, that is how it would have normally go. If Sean Storm did have one separate lawyer where I work with him right through, that lawyer would have probably said to him, say, brother, what go on? Where you know? Where really go on? And if Sean Storm come and say, you know, say, me never do nothing, I never me do nothing, you know. You understand? The lawyer that probably look upon him and say, listen, you better just talk what you know and take a plea. Papa Jesus. Me not care, you know. Better you just talk where you know and take a plea and go about your life. Because 14 years him do with him friend, you know. 14 years. Kartel how much now? 48 years old? Sean about the same age. His lawyer is Bert Samuels and his daughter. Oh, me think say the whole but look here guys, how many times have you seen them out there in recent time represent? Me never really seen nobody on the front line like how me say Kartel lawyer them a represent them. Why are they in the background? I don't understand. I am late, so pardon me. That's okay. Thank you for joining, Maxine. And for some of you who are just joining the platform, you're just joining the program and you don't really know how things go over here, we deal with respect. We don't disrespect people. We disagree with people, but we don't disrespect people and come using a nasty language and not out of other language. We don't do that style over here. So if you're going to disagree with somebody, or if you don't like what you're hearing, you can voice that opinion, in a respectful, in a mature manner. Just wanted to say that. Make a call, Lisa, and hear what Lisa say. Me see one thing what me noticed too, guys. You see, the enthusiasm that we would have seen 10 years ago. Remember when Kartel did first get sentenced, and when he got court or when he got hospital and them thing, there are big people. You know? You just say this pandemonium. You didn't really see that today. I see a couple of people over upon the Gaza celebrate, but the enthusiasm is not there like it used to be. I know it's been a while. It's been, 14 years? So kind of different kind of vibe. Liz, Wagwan.
All Kartel, all the budget debate get pushed on a third, fourth place. Kartel. The first half that went live to the courthouse in England, London, Privy Council. You saw they interviewed all the lawyers that defended.
Oh.
They say the lawyers in England say it's a big win. All fans in the outside of the Privy Council in England.
Okay.
And you play the clip with the judge handing down the Privy Council judge, the lead judge, the Lord. He said something interesting, and I've been saying it today in our talk or our previous thing. I was saying it.
Mm-hmm.
He said, while reading, the jury, I have been saying it, the situation involving the bribe argument with the jury was engineered. That means it was set up, it was fastened, it was fabricated.
Who said that?
But the judge said, my words, fabricated and set up, but the judge used the word engineered. But the important part of his saying when he was reading is that he said the prosecutor did not present evidence to show that the appellant, that means Sean Stam, Vybez Kartel, the other two gentlemen, actually was they did not connect them to the bribing of the juror. And I've been saying that. That is where the case fell apart.
Yeah, but all she forgot connect them. You shouldn't have evidence,
No, look. The jury bribing was set up, was engineered. That's the word. You can look back at your clip.
No, man, me hear you. Me fully understand what you're saying. I fully understand what they mean. But I'm saying that is not something where you can blame upon the prosecutor because...
No, what the judge, me and let me make something clear. Let me make something guilty. Them guilty as hell. But when the engineer, the jury situation was engineered to sink him, to send him to prison. But however,
really?
the prosecutor said, Yes.
I thought it would have been the opposite.
No, man. However, what the judge said, the Lord said in reading their decision, he said the prosecutors did not connect the appellants. The 4 men were no evidence was presented, and that is what should have been done. Evidence clear, beyond reasonable doubt, should have been made. The connection between the appellant being the persons who financed the bribing of the jury. It never happened. All right, that's how the case fall out.
All right. So let me ask you this now. Let us say that the prosecutors and everybody had connected this juror to the accused. What would have been different?
Had they been able to successfully connect them to the evidence that they were the ones, the 4 of them were the ones who organized the bribing of the judge, of the jurors, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Then they wouldn't have any legs to stand on. They could have flight to heaven and back. They could not win any case or any appeal. But the judge, the Lord said, the Privy Council, Lord said, the lead one who read the decision made by the 3 lords and a lady, is that part, the jury, because they did 8 areas they looked at in the Bible. The jury situation was what threw the case. And that important, please, if I listen back to it, he said no evidence was presented that connected the appellant to the bribe of the jury.
And he's right, because the first time when me hear this, the first time when me hear say jury get arrested because him a bribe the thing, and me hear about $500. You about 500, me hear about 500,000. Me I say about Jesus Father, then who did I go give him 500,000? That are the first question that came to my mind, and I don't believe that Jamaica really investigated that part of it. They made sure that he was punished, but all the other little thing them round it, like where me that go get the money from, who send him come and them thing there. They didn't investigate that part of it. But so
interesting. There was a black young lady, a black English lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
Sean Storm had a white English lawyer, and the lady said, I sat say too. I sat and the lady and the Sean Storm lawyer said to, first of all, Diane Jackson Miller, she was on TV live.
Hold on. Hold that thought, Liz. Somebody make an interesting comment here. Maxine said it's interesting that Isaac Buchanan is not out there bragging, while the supporters are talking about the word squash, which I believe is misleading. They politely dismiss the case, in my opinion. That is an interesting comment, because I saw 2 terms being used today in the media. When you look at the Jamaica media, you see them using the word squash. And when you look at the international media, like BBC and some major news medias, they use the word overturn.
Legal terms, you have, in legal matters, you have legal terms. And in the pseudo case, the public case, you have a pseudo thing. Isaac Buchanan was outside the court. The Privy Council got a big grin on his face. He was the one who said it's a big win. He was celebratory. He was on the phone. He was getting called all over the place. When you finish, rewind the news, TVJ, they had correspondents in England, and Isaac was the first one out with a big win, and he was the one who said this is a big win and he named the 4 gentlemen.
No, it's a big win. It's a big win for him. It's a big win for the lawyers. But what happened now? Wait now. What happened now with the decision about the retrial? They should be very concerned about that.
No, hold on. You don't know. Let us leave the retrial for now. What Isaac said in the interview a while ago on TVJ outside in London is that one, Sean Storm, Vybez Kartel, Courtney with the other one and the other gentleman, none of them have a conviction. They are not criminal. They are not convicts. There's no books that is going to have their names, they are not convicts. He said that clearly. Please, everybody, go rewind TVG News. They were in England. The 4 men has no conviction. 2, Jesus, it's Upati. I mean, what you go like where you're not listening to now. But it essentially no, their records remain clean. Now on the retrial, Dean Jackson Miller was asked, and ISAT too. ISAT said the retrial would not make any sense because of what happened, the evidence, and Dean Jackson Miller says it can be if them can't find when the name again other person the key. It was one key witness, one solo one that the prosecutor built this case, and one key witness.
The one where they talk say, them run got airport and them run him bad things make laugh. No, me don't remember him name. I know how we are.
Right, he would have to reappear. Him going to get tied up because it's how much years.
Yeah.
So if in the first trial, as when him give us the main evidence for the prosecutor and say, Vybez Kartel have on a brown shirt, and him come say Vybez Kartel have on a green shirt, bam, they saw them gonna jump on him. 2, if him say Sean Storm jump the first time in that first evidence, and then him come and say Sean Storm sleep, bam. So the first thing is the key evidence would have to come in physical first, because to use his evidence from the paper written thing, it's gonna be difficult. Then she said something interesting. Him now can also say him not have no memory and him not come back and on trial.
True. But you would have go back? You would have go back? More would go back neither. Me not have time for
The retrial thing that is up in the air. However, can they sue the government? Dean Jackson Miller now I teach me something. It is going to be impossible. It is going to be impossible for them to sue the state. They have to prove wrongful arrest, malice.
Yeah, maliciousness. Yes, that's true.
Right. And they can't do that because 1, there was an evidence. 2, there was a trial. They had legal representative. And 3, evidence, concrete evidence was presented. And something else, but them can't sue. So the minute think that will happen either.
But Liz, in fairness to Kartel and them though, fair man spent 14 years. Fair man spent 14 years in a prison, you know. And when you look at the technicalities, why the hell did it take this long to get this answer? 14 years is a long time. I mean, irrespective of what was presented to the jury, and I will say it here again like I said it before, what was presented to the jury made the right decision according to what was presented to them. But besides that, everybody supposed to have a fair trial. So with all these technical problems, I mean, what do you do to correct the fact that the technicalities happened and they were locked away for 14 years? What do you do then?
Okay. Well, what it means now is that the prosecutor's office, the DPP office, has one vital decision to make. Trial or release or freedom. Interestingly enough, in England, everybody, please, good night. I forgot my manners so far. Everybody, I'm encouraging everybody go rewind TVJ News. No member of the prosecution team, no member of the DPP team came to talk to the press in England. only the defense team for the poor men. No member, they reserve comment for now. And I was surprised.
Oh, so Andrew say him listen to ISAT and he did mention that they were no longer criminals. Also, Kartel cannot file a lawsuit against the government because he was convicted by a jury of his peers.
Yeah, man.
But what this me no know.
Evidence presented, try 14 them name. Him can't sue the government.
So what you gonna do about that judge then now? That judge will make all of them think. Me wouldn't want that judge to preside over nothing. If me supposed to go before, me no want that the judge nowhere near the courtroom. So what am I gonna do about that now?
No, well, the judge situation is another situation. The legal counsel, where the judgment, that's the judge will name. They will have to relate. The Chief Justice and a team will have to look at the judge's situation. But when the thing is, what this is a serious, the part about engineer and not being connecting, not the prosecutor, DPP office not connecting the bribery via the juror to the appellant. This is a serious matter. A serious matter on the justice system of the country. Because what I tell the world said is that the DPP office went to extreme here, use methodology illegally to engineer this bribe.
No, Liz, Liz, you're going a little. I think you're going a little too. You're gonna blame the DPP for that. What the DPP engineer?
That's why I'm saying, please, everybody, is a very important piece of news. Because the first 15 minutes of the news is pure vibes, because them go all over Waterford. Please get the clip from 7:05 when it started to when it ends. Please, everybody, get the clip, especially the part, the whole of the hour when the ICE had come out first, and then the other three members of the appellants, them team, and they did the interview. Nobody from the DPP office come out and listen keenly to what not played of the Lord, the head Lord, the lead Lord, who read the decision of the Privy Council. Please listen to him carefully again and again. We're on a bed tonight, on a phone, on a replay. Listen to what he say, because gentle people, this is a serious. That's what I couldn't face the press in England. It's serious.
But Liz, she not do nothing wrong. She not do nothing wrong, you know.
Natalie, the Lord said the matter of the bribe from the juror was engineered. Engineer, English word about 10 different meaning. Engineered mean it was set up.
Okay, but was it set up by the prosecutor of the country? Did they say that?
He continued. But the prosecution did not produce any evidence connecting the appellant, which are the four men charged, to the bribe by the jury.
Well, you can't accuse somebody of engineering something when you have no evidence. You can't say, and I'm gonna listen to it again, like you said. But you can't say you can't say that somebody engineered something without evidence that they actually did. That would be very reckless of the Lord to say. So
no,
may I listen again?
He never pointed at anybody. He just said the fact that the prosecutors of the case did not make evidence. What they should have done beyond reasonable doubt, beyond shadow of a doubt, is to prove conclusively that Sean Storm, Vybez Kartel, Norris, and the other one, Jones, actually produced the 500,000, connect them to giving it, the jury getting it, and connect them to having that particular juror go to for the bribe. They should have presented the prosecutors and owners and the prosecutor to present evidence to the fact that yes, these 4 men actually produced the financing of the jury bribery. They should have connected them beyond a reasonable doubt, beyond the shadow of a doubt, concisely and precisely. That is what he's saying. And he said something else after, but please listen to it again.
Yeah.
This is a scene. She couldn't come out to the press. No member of the team came to talk to the press in England.
Me no feel
Ordinary people go to Privy Council to, listen and them interview them. 2 gentlemen.
Me feel like say say me I want to feel like say the DPP. I think she's done enough time being the DPP of the country, and in addition to that, hold on a second. And in addition to that, I feel like for as many homicides as Jamaica deal with, I feel like say the rate at which we prosecute is not enough. Therefore, I think Jamaica should have had the choice to pick another DPP. So you know where I stand with this DPP. However, in this case, I don't think that the DPP really did anything wrong, because even if them never go into it for find out who did I go give the man the money, or if the man connected to cartel, you see, if that judge just dismissed the man, that would have been enough. In addition to him being charged for contaminating the jury. The onus was really on the judge, Liz. The judge should have make him come off it. So me not really see how Paula can get any blame in all of this. She did what she was supposed to do. And as me say, the courtroom them have the judge in there to mediate and make sure say everything is being followed to the T. Them say the judge retired.
The judge retired. All right. My simple, ordinary person advice: when she flies back home, Paula Llewellyn should immediately hand in her resignation.
For what?
Please, Jamaica.
For what? What she do?
When I come up, this I can't say it on the program, I not say. When we come up, but I am imploring you, listen to the decision being read in its entirety again. Slow it down if you can. You don't know who operate the phone. Listen to what he said, and especially the section when he was dealing with the jury, because the jury, the whole jury situation, is where the men got their freedom from. The jury. And listen to that part of me I tell you about, when he said the jury bribe situation was engineered and the prosecution did not present any evidence connecting the appellants to that bribe situation. That is where it fell down. So
Liz, it fell down when the judge failed to carry out his job. The judge, me don't know which part else in the world anybody will ever go sit down upon jury or serve upon a jury. Me don't know which part else in the world somebody could have come corrupt a jury like that, and then can't they allow them to come back on it. Me personally would have said, look here, let me offer this. No. I would feel comfortable with him being on there.
No, but you see, the judges are, as you said, they mediate. And they usually mediate based on the evidence of the Director of Public Prosecution Office and the defense team's office. And where the case has been proven beyond shadow of a doubt, it was in favor of the prosecutor. Where the defense lawyer has brought forward concrete doubt as to the case being prosecuted, it was in favor of the prosecution. In this case, however, some action happened that was never ever connected to the appellant. I don't know if I can use simple language, In other words than that, you are Vybez Kartel, me are the juror. Me the prosecutor is a member of this, the one who has given trouble. They want to win this case, like a big case. them want to win it. But because they only have a solo witness, and the solo witness now was sliced up by the defense when the time for cross-examination came. With the prosecution office seeing how the case was heading or moving to, not nobody immediately proceeding in the prosecution office. However, people know people, and people say, to people say, you have defense lawyer in a murder case, you know. Tell him client, say, look, you can't that we can't win this, you know. Do what you can do. All right? So somebody went to this particular jury, we got to do jury duty, and when you step up, the prosecutor said, you okay? And the defense lawyers look at you and say, So the judge tell you step back because they have two different decisions. You go in a next case, and the prosecution say, yeah, you're okay. And the defense lawyer look at you and say, yeah, that one I can stay. But in a Jamaica, them hardly pick people as juror who understand law and can, you know, because what the rape case, I mean, go on experience was a very interesting situation. Anyhow, the thing is, and a connection when it emerged that the juror claim said, and he kept on calling Vybez Kartel alone, name Vybez Kartel, that was a giveaway again. When the juror came out and said, him get money from Vybez Kartel and Vybez Kartel to bribe the witnesses, that means the jurors.
What him say so?
When him think them, I came out say, him kept calling one man out of the four name. He never said the four, you know. And then now when that came out, and it began to filter out more. It should have been proven. It should have been proven now during the trial. The onus now was on the prosecution to prove that yes, connect them, the four of them, to the bribe. That never happened. And the man was tried and sentenced after he remained a part of the 11 jurors.
Lord Jesus. Me no know why that the judge. Why me no know. Anyway, Liz, make we talk back again. Here we can't fire Paula right now, because Paula for go lock up Bunting. But for the child endangerment, she have to go prosecute Bunting for the child endangerment. So we can't get rid of her just yet.
Him did a jump up too. Remember, him did go do something wrong too.
Yeah.
He went out and carried the record and implicate, but while the man was here, was in custody.
Yeah.
He went out. That's all that, you know. That helped contaminate the case.
Of course. Of course.
In England, making a presentation that yes, Vybez Kartel say scamming, a big up scamming. That was another part of it, you know.
Yes.
It really is a damage. It is really damaged.
A child endangerment we want Paula for prosecuting part. So Paula, if you're here, that one there. But why you gonna look at the fact say they molest this man's son in our house and him don't report it to Sisoka. Child endangerment. Reckless endangerment of a minor.
Not office. No, the office of the DPP is under Caribbean scrutiny, the American scrutiny, Europe scrutiny, and it is serious.
No man, Liz, at the judge, I know Paula this time. I swear to God, if I the Paula me that say she. Paula no do not this time, at the judge.
Listen to the Lord, please. Rewind your news to TVG news tonight. I never get to watch see them because my sister stop and
all right, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We talk then. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Have a good evening. Yeah, guys. Me understand what Lisa's saying now. And honestly, you have to think about it like this too. I could have somebody when know the guys them influence this man and with the money and everything. Them never must have can connect the man the juror to Kartel them, you know. You understand? It's not a must, you know. It's not like, say, him did half connected to them, you know. For all we know, I could have somebody from overseas link him up and say, hey, so $500,000, ray. So it's not a must. But the fact of the matter is the judge who take this man and put him back to sit with the rest of the jury, he had to know better than that. He had to. And because them couldn't connect him with Kartel and whatever, them could have used it, you know, as their defense going into appeal. And it worked. It worked. Yeah. But you know, guys, me's not a big advocate for Paula. But she's there, and this time she don't do nothing wrong. So me not really agree that she for resign, right? She done did it already. And the other worthless one them. We say them are opposition. Because them did depend this sabotage operation. Andrew Holness just put back the woman there on a business with nothing. Put back what she named Paula Llewellyn. And make she stand there and retire. So them were supposed to be opposition. When them should have asked, say, listen, let us try another DPP. Them did busy and kill one another. So Paula done did it already. Make you stand right there and retire. You understand, guys? Let me see. Gaza fans are saying, Lord Jesus. Nobody come over here and call him on a damn world sprat, man. Be mature and them something, guys. Nobody follow when nobody else say I come do them something over here, so. It would not even hurt a fly. Just hope now, like, oh, they have gotten what they wanted. They will leave. Ah, boy. Wanna pray for Lizard Mother. Pray for Lizard Mother. Because I can just imagine how she's feeling right now as a parent. You know, guys, why? I don't know. Somebody say sound like a laborite. Who sound like a laborite? Azan Ellis. Who sound like a laborite? Lot of innocent poor people. No, sir. Me say every news media, every major news network, from New York to California, to the whole of Europe, to Africa, everywhere. My phone no rest from morning. You don't think see me at the reporter in the UK over the Privy Council something. Yeah. Where Silvera is concerned now, guys, because this I get serious now, you know, with the justice system in Jamaica and then Georgia. What we have now with Melissa Silvera, between the prosecutors, even though, if me I blame the prosecutors of anything, it would be asking them, why does it take 13 years to deal with the juror? But beside that, this case here now, where the risers them, Silvera and Bunting and Golden them, or then kill Melissa and cover it up, Silvera is now going to have to face the justice system of Jamaica. Right? And for those of you who don't know and you have not been following this case, this is a member of Parliament of Jamaica, born in the UK. This man is Jolyon Silvera, former member of Parliament, served between 2012 and 2016 in Western St. Mary. This man here, his wife Melissa Silvera, chemical engineer, businesswoman, farmer, employee at Petrojam, died on November 10th. When they came out and announced the death, the opposition leader of Jamaica, because this man here was playing security and secret service for the opposition leader. And when they come out and tell Jamaica say the woman dead, the opposition leader announced say the woman died of natural cause. Right? This is Melissa Silvera and her mother. Her mother served the People's National Party. Everybody in the PNP know this lady, Melissa. Now, when the opposition leader make the announcement, everybody has said, oh my God, Melissa dead, 43-year-old. Everybody a call around and I say, she did sick? No, she never sick. Nobody don't know of her being sick. They know she just come dead in her sleep, so. Boom. Them say she dead from aneurysm. Criminal attorney Valerie Nita even said it on social media. 6 weeks later, Radam autopsy come tell us a 3 gunshot the woman get. 3 gunshot, you know. And when them take this man gun and run the ballistic, it's a match. So him now, they pan a charge of homicide. And there should have been some other charges too in terms of cover up. We don't know how. We not hear nothing about that, right? But him they pass some weapons charges and all these things. So right here now, looking at our justice system, we not in a damn foolishness. This woman forget justice. The woman never sick and dead. She not dead in her sleep. She not dead from an aneurysm. Is them kill her. And them take the political party and cover it up. Yes. Them take the political party, then come out with them mouth, come first, the police them. Because they don't want the police them to talk the truth. Because they are suspected homicide. So then come first the police them come talk about a natural cause and dead in a sleep. But we the warriors are out here to say one is wicked and we need to stop it. I want to kill a woman and cover it up. And come out come talk about a little bit of blood in their nose. And in the mark, then shoot her. One heap of lie and wickedness. Wanna come with. So here what? Judge and jury and prosecutors. Wanna try and make sure say no, nothing technical no go on in that case here. Melissa and her children, them and her family, have to get justice. Have to get justice. And anyhow, we sense like no foolishness and a backdoor business that will go on with this. We have to go right to the human rights people in the world, especially the women's advocate them. Round the world and make them watch a case here for way. Because not because you know born in England and them something there, you know come to Jamaica come kill woman. No. Melissa have to get justice. So whatever technicality go wrong in a this case here, you sort it out and fix it from now. Try put the system in order and make sure so when the case call up for Melissa get justice. And justice she'll get and she'll get the right justice too. And look at the justice. And we not hear this a worthless one here. We not hear him a walk up and down. I call up Sylvia name. Because the whole of them in the said cult, Rise United Movement cult. Right? And them not talk nothing, them mouth shut. Not even at the woman funeral, they not got the whole of them know the woman from shall pick me. And they know what their friend do. And them help cover it up. Me no business, you know. The woman forget justice, then too damn wicked. Anything else them mouth loud pan it. But this, not even for say, tell the man, say, in dismiss from the party, while him a go through a murder problem. Not even them have the decency to do, to expel the man from the party. They're still there about due process. But no due process never did for Kartel when they did a walk, a call up Kartel name, say my scammer. You saw them wicked people? So let me see if the Gaza people them go vote for them people you know. Somebody say is Kartel wife from UK. You know, see, I don't know exactly where she come from, you know, but I suspect she's from Europe somewhere. Yeah, she's from Europe, I think. But guys, if them decide, say, oh, somebody said something interesting earlier. I forgot who said it. But somebody say, okay, she's from Turkey, somebody say. Somebody say the Privy Council did not change anything about the case. Them say that everything is back to square one because what they basically did is put back the case in the court in Jamaica. To an extent, I agree, you know. Yeah, I agree to an extent because what they basically did, they basically analyzed the case after the fact and tell Jamaica that these are the problems with this case and why the verdict what you make, it null and void. They didn't use those words, but that's basically what they're saying is that the verdict that you made that was brought to us, it is null and void because of these technicalities. So the person who made that comment earlier, when they said that them didn't change anything about the case, they are square one. That's not totally right, you know, because they're not saying, you know, we support the verdict that you made. They're not saying that. They're saying that you erred. You make a wrong move when time you continue. You continue to let this juror stay and the privacy part of it and the hurry in the jury to make them make a decision. Uno mash up this. That's basically what they said. And then basically I send them back now. I tell them say, go through the appeals process again and do the retrial or make him go on home. But at no point did they say that he should stay and that the verdict that they made initially should stay. They didn't say that. They said there's something wrong here. And in order to fix it, you either need to do a retrial or let him go. They didn't say let him go, but them say, uno decide about the retrial, whether uno want to do a retrial. That means that they don't have to do a retrial. Them can just give them time serve and make them go on. Me right or me wrong, guys? If anybody have a different interpretation, let me know. In other words, that the iron cross, the thief or the silver. No most man. No most man after them come and cover the woman something that's so wicked. Of course. And the elaborate cover-up that gets a lot of people with this case in Sonia. The elaborate cover-up. These people say I'm a politician. Can kill woman and cover it up. You're crazy. And now and them a silence and a send out some other girl for come talk about a little bit of blood. No, sir. It's not going to work. Them never think the cartel forget due process. But the man, when him gun match the murder of Melissa, them want him to get due process. Well, no Sankey cannot sing so. Due process is across the board for everybody. And if them not think so nobody else forget due process, then them cannot get none neither. Simple. You have proof that Sylvia did anything the same way y'all want Kartel free with all evidence pointing to him as a killer. But y'all want Sylvia to go to prison because he isn't ghetto youth a promote. Look here, Apple Candy. For tell you the truth, you know, so there is more overwhelming evidence against Sylvia than Kartel though. Remember saying, no, them find out say Sylvia, them lie about the woman death. Them come say the woman dead in her sleep. And about the woman dead from aneurysm and nothing no go so. Because the autopsy say a gunshot the woman get. That are the first thing. The second thing is Sylvia gun match the murder. So there is more overwhelming. Plus there's a body. So there is more overwhelming evidence forensically. So let's not play that game here. Let's not do that. We not defend nobody and standing against nobody because of politics and none of them kind of shit there. We not do that over here, so. Of course, me see over here, you know. So you maybe not understand the assignment over here, so. Be careful. We not play that kind of dirty game over here. Gaza Slim say Lizard Robber. You see? You come over here with an agenda. But me gonna just ignore you for now, though. Me gonna ignore you. Let me see. So yeah, guys. Me asked you a question earlier. I don't know if one did answer while I was talking to Liz. But one feels that there's going to be a retrial. Retrial, them have to go pick one in a jury pool. Them have to go back over every evidence. Them have to go prepare and brace themselves for another high profile. Lord Jesus. Me can't bother. If I'm like Paula, me just make them do the 15 years and go on. What do you think? Like seriously. Me don't make them do the 15 years. And make them help the government solve some crime and go down. I don't know something. Make them help the government rein in some gang and then sitting there, man. Or make them do time serve for the 15 years and put them past some probation or give them some community. I don't know. But if you go do one retrial, you know, can't manage that in Jamaica, you know. We don't want to be the center of attention and them somebody. This morning, the amount of people, not this morning, today, the amount of people, the amount of different news sources all over the globe, all over the world, will report on this or something here. The extent to which the prosecutors want him locked up, they would definitely do a retrial. You feel so? Me not think so. Me don't know. Something in my mind I tell me say, they've done their time, or they've done some time, I should say. They've done 14, 15 years. And between the cost and the manpower and the brain power and the international attention and just the whole toxicity of the whole thing and the emotions and the victim family, and no, sir. If I me like Paula, you see, me give them the time serve and make them go on. That's all. Thank you, Floyd. Silent listeners, good night. You need to press subscribe, you know, and make sure so you like the live and show us that you appreciate the content. Every night when you come over here in the hundreds, you must can like the live, sometime in the 1,000, you must can like the live and share it and subscribe. And when you come out here, so come beg, you know, pressure, you know. Sometimes when you go upon some people live for watch them, when you don't comfortable upon it. Because be a money them a pressure on the bone. But over here, not pressure on the fin of money. More than we say, if we not appreciate the content and we feel generous, we can tap the super chat, but we not come out here, come pressure on the for money. So we must can like the live and share it and subscribe. I don't think they'll leave it. 360. Given that the evidence is now in the public domain, an impartial jury wouldn't be possible. That's just the truth. That is a huge part of it too. That's why I say, if I'm like Kartel right now, me would feel comfortable with this or something here. But would I rather if the Privy Council did just dash out the whole thing? You understand? But me tonight I got my bed, you know. If I'm like Kartel, me then I say, but Jesus Christ. Then if we go sit down for one of that trial again, me would feel comfortable. But definitely, for ISAT as the lawyer and their legal team, they're the ones smiling now. And they should. They should, because what they put before the court probably should have been solved in the appellate court in Jamaica. But what they have put before the court, guys, you know, they won. They won, but it's becoming an uphill battle now for the defendants. Wouldn't you guys agree with that? And as far as a fair trial goes, it's not possible. It isn't. Thank you, Litchi. What want to say about the DPP now? She have to await the decision of the appeal court. Right now, they are qualified for bail. Who says so? I don't know. I'm not going to tell them to say yes or no, because I don't know, but I don't think so. I don't think so. Because if the Privy Council is saying that the verdict, the initial one, even though, you know, technically it still stands, you know, I don't know if there would be, I don't know. I'm not going to answer that. Paula can't give them time served. The convictions have been squashed. She would have to put on a new trial. At what cost? Yeah, but she not have to, you know, Sonia. She don't have to, you know. The way the Privy Council said, him said that them going to let them decide. Meaning say it's not mandatory. They don't have to do it. You see? One press conference shouldn't go on today. The DPP, the appellate court, and the lawyers, them shouldn't come out and do a press conference today and give the people a clear understanding of what is at the moment and where the men stand. Because there are a lot of unanswered questions, you know, especially for people who are not legal luminaries. This is going to be the test of egos between prosecutors and lawyers. Paula and Isaac beefing. You think she's going to release? Well, I mean, I know. This bigger than them beef, you know. Yeah, my fee said this bigger than them beef. They qualified for bail. Bert Samuel said it today. Okay. I wonder how much that the bail are going to be, though. Somebody show me one screenshot this evening and say, Kartel post a victory, victory, victory. I'm not rag him. The Kartel say victory. A victory for your liar for true. But if I'm like Kartel, I know I go on 40 day and 40 night of fasting. If you just open and pray, so then no bother with the retrial. Honest to God. Jamaica have so much things to do right now, guys. If you go take on this high profile case and go back through that something again. No, sir. Can't bother. Anyway, guys. Was Lizard innocent? Show me a company, I tell you who you are. I don't know nothing about Lizard, you know. I don't know if Lizard, when you say I'm innocent, what you mean? Yeah, I'm myself, if Lizard a gunman, I don't know. I don't know. But I hope you're not saying that to say that he deserved his fate. Because, you know, I don't think that any one of us, you know, have the right to take someone's life unless, you know, of course you're in imminent danger and you have to do what you have to do. I don't agree with that. So you need to clarify what you mean by if Lizard was innocent. We don't know what you mean. All right, guys, me will leave you now. I will catch up with you one at a time. I am not here to judge Lizard. Me not there here for judge Kartel. Me not there here for judge nobody. More than me just go through the facts as we know it. For see what really are going and how it go. You understand, guys? Anybody who depend this channel for a while now, wanna know how me stay. My guest will come on here and they will voice their opinions, but I am very balanced. Me look at every angle. So the person who initially came on here and said that them can't believe me an advocate for Kartel or whatever, that person clearly doesn't know me and they don't know this platform. You understand, guys? But me, I'm one of the most balanced person because I understand, say, in everything, you can't just look on one side. You have to look on both sides and weigh out all of the variables them. As so me look on things and analyze things. And that's why a lot of people like listening to me, because me not gonna come biased about everything. We all have our little biases, you know. But when we are presented with the facts, we can separate the right from the wrong and them something there. I saw me stay over here, so. So me not advocate for nobody. We just lay out the facts and just talk about it like it's healthy to do that. That's what we do as human beings, okay? So I will catch up with you guys tomorrow or Friday. Yes. We have something else to talk about tomorrow. So I want to make sure say on like, subscribe, share, turn on notification, all that good stuff. And come back right here so tomorrow 7 p.m. and make we talk about the politics and so we usually talk about. Have yourselves a good night, guys. Take care and thank you for joining.